Hey lads, it's your girl Emily GB. Welcome yet again to another vlog and thank you for stopping by to watch my videos today as we tackle faith and lifestyle. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell to be notified anytime I upload a new content. Then please like, comment and kindly keep all the comments respectful, then share with your friends and families. Connect with me on Instagram, Threads, TikTok, Facebook and Twitter at Emily_Jimmy and let's go straight to the video. This is an Embo Christian vlog and I am heading to KCB building to get my induction cooker that I had ordered from Hope 254, and they have a good deal. When you check them on Instagram, they have an induction cooker that has a single burner, a double burner and 4 burners. They also sell compatible induction cooking pots and they are amazing. Done. So we head to the supermarket to get some platters that I really need to add to the kitchen, to the ones that I have, and then we get together home in unbox. To unboxing. I had to do a voiceover because of the kids as usual, and this lady was so nice that she also sent me a savory, or rather a cooking pot, depends on how you call it, and they are very strong as well. It also has a lid and it can cook on an induction cooker. Let's see what's inside, and this is how it looks from the box outside. And yeah.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to you now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to you now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning.
This is an instructional manual and I have found it so helpful. Like the induction cooker is very easy to use and it is really fast. You can use these cookwares, the enameled iron pots, the cast iron, deep fry stainless and iron plate. The unusable ones are those ones. Straight to it, we are plugging in the socket and getting water from that tap. We wanna just do a small demo, warm some water and see how it quickly boils the water, and then we'll wash the savory and prepare breakfast. And the middle part where I am placing the savory is where you're supposed to place it, because that is where the heat is. And let us see how short or long the water will take to boil. This is how you put it on, and you can as well as regulate the heat according to how you want it to be. And through induction cooking, electric current is converted into electromagnetic waves, which are used to induce the current on the cooking material as heat. So your cooking pot should have enough iron or stainless steel, and that is why even if you touch the pot while cooking, it's not gonna burn you. So with induction cooking, you don't need some kitchen gloves to hold your savories with, and this is a very clean energy and it has a lot of advantages because it is very fast. Like this water has just warmed with a minute or less than a minute, I guess. I have not been checking on my time. So once the water boils like 100 degrees Celsius, immediately you lift the savory up, it turns off automatically. That's are some advantages of having this cooker. Like they are very safe with kids and they cannot burn you. So let's check on the platters and see how they are. Every morning before breakfast, when I'm available, I check on my chicken to add them some food and water to drink. And today we are going to do this with you guys. These are where my chicken are, and this is their food. I grind them in the posho mill. They are a combination of four things, that is omena, the small omena that are meant for chicken, sunflower, which is very good for chicken as well, and cowpeas and millets. A small story about myself. I was born in Embu town. I was raised in Blue Valley, and I have never like tried any kind of farming like poultry or growing food. So once I got married, I went to my in-laws for a short while, which I learned some few things like to improvise where the chicken will be feeding on. They used to cut these bottles and they would feed water and food in them. Those are dahlias or corianders, and I am trying to see whether they'll grow on the improvised sufuria and basin. And from that far end is where we have the construction of bedsitters, and our landlady gave me some wood from there to construct the chicken house. Like, she's really nice. Everything is improvised, and you can imagine this bottle is acting like a sprinkler right now, and the holes that you were seeing, they were pierced with hot knife. Like, it was it is very funny. So I'm trying this farming thing, and I was told the moment you water directly seedlings that are still young and weak, you uproot them. So the best thing is to use a sprinkler, and for this matter we had to improvise. Like, I hope they will really grow, because hey, I'm looking forward to see them grow. I have unlocked the padlock, and those are the chicken, and guys, they really have a soft life. Imagine they have a carpet in there, and once in a week I make sure I sweep all the manure. Feeding them, I make sure all the containers are clean for hygiene purposes to avoid worms and amoeba. They are just like humans, you know. For the water, let us use this sprinkler, because the water is too much. Like, I can't water all of it to the plants because they will become waterlogged, and so the remaining one will pour it to the plants in here. Guys, like, yo, how can you leave this chicken part you having not heard the cock crow? To the corianders back again. I wanted to approach all the weeds because they are really competing for food with the corianders, and they want to outshine. Like, how now? How am I buying fertilizers for weeds and not corianders? It's so unfortunate to see only two corianders grew in this sufuria out of the many seeds I poured in. This is a rosemary, and it is used as a medicinal herbal plant. I have uprooted it because it dried. Like, I took a long time to plant it. The moment it was cut down, like I was given it by the person that was selling this chicken to me, and I learned about it from my mother-in-law that she used to love it, and she used to put it in tea because it has a really sweet aroma. And for me, I am trying to plant it for cooking meat because it makes meat tender and savory. This broom is what I use to sweep the chicken house, and it is meant for chicken only. And this is the manure that I collect and put them in this gunia, then set it aside to dry, to sun dry. And then I am for the very first time trying to use it on these corianders. I don't know whether I should like bury it in the soil or put it on top. I am really afraid that it will burn the coriander since they are very young, and for that matter I'll just wait for my hubby, and at least he has a knowledge of agriculture because his father is he was an officer of agriculture. They have specialized in that and they are really good in it. Finally, time to wipe this mess and leave everything in order just like we found it. And this duster is meant for only this purpose. Back to the house. Let me make my breakfast. It has started really being so hot, and I have pulled out my trench coat. For tea, we love using these Love Sachet tea bags. They taste like strawberries. They are really nice, and for the kids, I love them when they do milk. And anytime they wanna have tea, I just go for chocolate and small sugar. In the meantime, we have to be refilling this sugar dish and salt shaker, and we set them aside for an accompaniment of breakfast. These are the sachets. That is how they are packed. Go try them out and you really feel good because the tea is really refreshing. We went to Kamukunji very late and we found almost all shops closed, and we were not able to buy a knife set which has kitchen scissors, so I have to use this knife, and so you have to like and see what you have seen. Ever since my kids were months, I was told by a nutritionist that their milk should be boiled twice, and I'm still doing that up to date even though they are grown. At this point, I had forgotten that the induction cooker doesn't make the pot hot, so just like I'm used to do, I grabbed the savory using this towel, but next time we will adapt to it. I wanted to leave 2 cups of milk for the tea to go hand in hand with 2 cups of water because people in my house doesn't love tea. together with sugar because I feel like it really turns out and blends in so well. I didn't record that, and immediately after breakfast I rushed or dived right into lunch because I had a visitor, and this visitor is the man that was to mount the television. So yeah, I started by taking a shower first. And to the kitchen, you don't go with your hair uncovered. You have to put on a headgear and have an apron on. A little and brief stuff about me is that I did home science back in high school, and this is not like catering in detail. What I practice in my house is what I acquired back then, and I believe that I remember a lot of stuff. We will start by washing the ingredients you're working with, and then we chop the onions. And then guys, there are some different methods of doing the onions, like you can chop, dice, slice, or shred. Those are the four methods that I recall, and in case you know some others, not to say I'm perfect, you can share on the comment section and remind us. So in today's recipe, I am not like tackling all of them, so I can try and do a video of all of the four methods that I know, and then I'll post. At this juncture, I had started burning my eyes out, and one hack that my mama told me is that when you burn your eyes due to onions, you just have to spill some salt on and everything will cool down. Here I started by boiling water to do some blanching. Blanching is the removal of the outer skin of the tomatoes, and this is done by hot water instead of using a knife. The reason as to why we do this is because those skins are really good at floating on soups and stews, and so you just don't cook with them. Once the water has boiled, you just have to drop in your tomatoes in there and leave them for 3 to 5 minutes and they will be done. This is how blanching is done, and it is very easy when you use hot water instead of a knife, and the only problem comes in when you have to burn your fingers. These are the kind of plates I was talking about at the initial of the video. What you saw was platters and not plates. Plates are a bit smaller like this one, and platters are bigger. Like when you're setting a table for dinner or supper or anything, what comes on top of the other is that plate comes on top of the platter. Like you use plate for feeding on and platters for placing the plates. To cooking, fry the onions until golden brown, and you have to cover the onions to avoid the vapor from escaping with the aroma. For me, I also add in salt just to make sure that it really cooks well, because you cannot eat raw salt. For the tomatoes, I add them whole because it's like they are halfway cooked, and once I smash them using the wooden spoon, they really crush so well and form a good paste. I add in Smokies, then crush tomatoes, and then add water for the spaghetti. Cover to simmer for like 2 to 3 minutes before adding water. Then we go to clearing up our working area, because that is exactly what should be happening. Like every time you're cooking, just clear up your messy surfaces, and that way you'll have like a good space to work on. I am measuring 3 cups to add in. I love using this beef nor, though they are made by one company. This is not Royco, and I feel like they are very salty, so I won't add any more salt. For marketing purposes, though very much unsponsored, I love using this Santa Lucia spaghetti or Santa Maria. And the reason as to why I feel like they are really good is because they don't break. And for spaghetti, you just don't break them in the middle or in pieces while cooking. What you do is that you slide them in water or a large cooking pot so that you can have them fit in well. Then press down using a fork. Please note that the corianders, or rather the danias, are never cooked. What they are done is that once you remove your food from the source of heat, you add them, then you cover a little bit, like 1 minute, then you serve hot. The reason as to why this is done is because danias are used for garnishing and not cooking. This is how it turned out to be, and the lunch was very savory. I loved it, and yeah. After lunch, another work, and I really thank God because the day was really flowing well. After everything, this place was very messy because sand had poured, and so I had to wipe it before returning this TV stand.
Dave says it's behind. Who's right? Ruff Ruff, Tweet, or Dave? It's Tweet! Hooray! The opposite of over is under. Let's see what's under the tree.
Thank you for making it to the end. God bless you. Have a good day or good night, and I love you all. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Share with your friends and families. Bye.